Hello and welcome to the video surf report on Friday the 7th of May. I wish I could report that we had some good surf during the week, but the peak's been flat and TurfnSurf's been pretty small onshore with cold northerly winds, so the last week hasn't been great. We did have a great party last weekend in the lodge, thanks to everyone who came to the party, it was good fun. So today, rather than show you a flat ocean, we said we'd show you Windguru.com and where we get our information, because since we started the video surf report, a lot of people have been asking, how do you know what the surf's going to do? So Pierre's going to try and zoom in. We're on Windguru.com and we're going to select Bundoran as the surf spot. So Windguru gives you loads of information, but the trick here is to interpret the information it gives you to see whether or not the surf's going to be good. First of all, the wind. 10 knot winds today, 10, 11 knot winds, not particularly strong, but the important thing about the wind is the wind direction. So what you want is offshore winds, so you want like southerly, easterly winds. For Bundoran I'm talking about, you want southerly or easterly winds. If you have westerlies or northerlies like we had this week, it's onshore. So the wind today is kind of northeasterly, and if you look out the window it is roughly offshore or cross offshore. So the next thing it gives is wave height. Now, the wave height on Windguru today is 1.3 meters, but the peak is actually flat. So there's a little bit of interpretation on what you see on Windguru, in the sense that 1.3 meters equals flat. 2.3 meters and you probably have 2 to 3 foot surf on the peak. But that depends on the next piece of information which Windguru gives you, and that's the wave period. And the wave period today is 6. By the way, the wave period is the distance between the two peaks of two waves as they travel across the ocean. So today there's 6-second difference between the two peaks or the two troughs, and what you're looking for is like a 9, 10, 11, 12 second wave period. The bigger the wave period, the better the waves, the more powerful the waves, the cleaner, nicer the surf. So you're looking for a good wave period. As you can see today, Friday, the wave period is 6 seconds, and if you move on to Saturday afternoon, the wave period is 15 seconds. However, the wave height drops from 1.3 today to 0.8 tomorrow. So it could end up that the conditions will be the exact same tomorrow, because you're losing in wave height and you're gaining in wave period. The next thing it gives you, which is really important, and this trips a lot of people up, is wave direction. Because I've had people come down to Bundoran and say, you know, I was on Magic Seaweed, I was on Windguru, it said it was going to be 3 meters and offshore. And if you went on to Magic Seaweed or Windguru, it would say 3 meters and offshore, but it would also say that it was a direct northerly swell. Now, not to get into too much detail on it, but Bundoran, the lodge, if you like, faces direct north, and if you look out the window, you're looking at land. So the waves cannot come from the land. They're basically blocked by Killybegs and by the north of Donegal Bay. So if you have a direct north swell or a direct south swell, it's not going to get into Bundoran Bay. Now the flip is true for places like Easky and Enniscrone and Kilcummin, in that they may pick up they will pick up a northerly swell better than Bundoran. So when you're looking for any spot, whether it be Bundoran or anywhere else, you got to look at your wave direction, you got to look at your waves or your wind speed, your wind direction, your wave period, and your wave height. You got to factor all those things together and you'll get a wave prediction. Now, again, not to bore you with too much detail, but it's really easy for us to do this because we can look at the computer and look out the window every day. So if you do want to check if you want to get a bit of practice, you want to check your actual predictions. So what you do is you go on to Windguru in the morning and say, okay, today I think it's going to be flat in Bundoran, or today I think it's going to be 2 to 3 foot in Bundoran. And then you go on to our site, turfnsurf.ie, and in Bundoran, in the right hand side here, you'll get the surf report, and the surf report, which today has Strandhill and Bundoran in it, if you click on it, you'll see it's flat. So you can make your own prediction, and then you can check the prediction on our site because we have the photo. And if anybody ever tells you while we're here that the surf was really good last Friday or something like that, you can go into our archive and you can pick up any day and see what the surf was like. And in fact, if you look at the last week, you'll see that the surf was pretty flat. So in terms of a prediction for the following week, to look at Windguru while you're there, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's not great. The wave direction's north and the swell is small. It'll be TurfnSurf again, and that's one of the great things about TurfnSurf. No matter how small the prediction gets on the internet, there's always a surfable wave up there, but the peak won't be working. So now, over the next week, you can check our surf report and check the photo and see if my prediction based on Windguru is correct or not. Now, I know this is a really square surf report, but we decided we'd do this rather than show you footage of a flat ocean. So, we'll see you next Friday.